October 17th, 3:42 a.m. Universal Time. Something happened that has NASA scientists absolutely terrified. Interstellar Comet 3I/ATLAS suddenly started glowing with light that doesn't exist in our periodic table. 3 gravitational wave observatories detected the shockwave simultaneously. The light signature? Completely unknown to science. This isn't ice melting or gases burning. This is something converting matter into something else entirely. What could cause a frozen rock traveling 75,000 miles per hour through space to suddenly ignite with impossible light? Let's dive right in. Here's what NASA didn't tell you. 3 hours before that mysterious glow appeared, 3I/ATLAS was traveling perfectly normal. A frozen rock hurtling through space at 75,000 miles per hour. Then, at exactly 3:42 a.m. Universal Time, something impossible happened. The comet stopped, not slowed down, not deflected, full stop, like slamming into a concrete wall in the middle of empty space. LIGO detected it first, then Virgo in Italy, then Kagra in Japan. 3 gravitational wave observatories on 3 different continents all registered the same thing. A shockwave so powerful it rippled through space-time itself. When scientists first saw the readings, they assumed equipment failure. But when they compared the data from all 3 locations, every single measurement matched perfectly. This was real. Dr. Elena Vasquez from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory was monitoring the data stream when she noticed something that made her hands go cold. Within minutes of that collision, 3I/ATLAS began disintegrating. But this wasn't ice melting or rock crumbling from impact stress. Something was actively breaking apart the comet's molecular structure at the atomic level. The bonds holding matter together were being systematically dissolved. That's when the light started. And this is where everything we understand about physics breaks down. Spectroscopic analysis, the method we use to identify what elements exist anywhere in the universe, revealed wavelengths that don't match anything on the periodic table. Not hydrogen, not helium, not carbon, iron, or any exotic element we've discovered in the cores of neutron stars. The atoms themselves were being converted into something that doesn't exist in our scientific understanding. Let me put this in perspective. Every substance in the universe emits a unique light signature when energized. It's like a fingerprint that tells us exactly what we're looking at, even from billions of light years away. We've cataloged thousands of these signatures. We know what burning magnesium looks like on a distant planet. We know what helium fusion looks like inside a star. But this light from 3I/ATLAS, completely unknown, completely alien. And then for exactly 11 seconds, something happened that sent ice through the veins of every space agency on Earth. Every satellite within 15 million miles experienced simultaneous data corruption. Not random glitches scattered across different systems. Simultaneous failure. When those systems came back online and scientists examined the telemetry data, they discovered what 3I/ATLAS had actually collided with. Something with a surface area measuring 4 astronomical units in diameter. That's 4 times the distance from Earth to the Sun. This wasn't debris. This wasn't a gas cloud. This was a structure. NASA assembled a classified team within hours. What they pieced together from the data rewrites everything we thought we knew about our place in space. That collision had revealed an invisible boundary surrounding our entire region of the solar system. A sphere so massive it encompasses an area larger than the orbit of Mars. But this barrier isn't physical in any way we understand. It doesn't reflect light. It doesn't emit radiation. It doesn't interact with normal matter at all, until something traveling at interstellar speeds slams into it. Then it activates with devastating force. The collision released energy equivalent to 1,000 nuclear detonations. Radio telescopes around the world picked up electromagnetic bursts across multiple frequencies. And buried deep in all that noise, Dr. Vasquez found something that changed everything. A signal, a pattern. At first glance, it looked like cosmic static, but when she ran pattern recognition algorithms, the structure became undeniable. The transmission was broadcasting a sequence of prime numbers, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, followed by geometric progressions and then three-dimensional coordinates. This is how you communicate with someone who doesn't speak your language. Mathematics is universal. Prime numbers don't occur naturally in neat sequences. This was deliberate. This was a message being transmitted from the exact point where 3, I/ATLAS, hit the barrier. For 3 weeks, a team of physicists, mathematicians, and linguists worked in isolation trying to decode what they were seeing. The breakthrough came from Dr. Samir Khan, who stopped treating the coordinates as abstract mathematics and overlaid them onto an actual model of our galaxy. What appeared on the screen made everyone in that room fall silent. The signal was marking locations across the Milky Way, hundreds of them, all arranged in a precise grid pattern, and every single coordinate pointed to a star system containing planets in the habitable zone. Worlds where liquid water could exist, where life could theoretically emerge. We're inside a cage. That's what the data is telling us. Some intelligence has constructed barriers around specific regions of space where life is developing. Our solar system sits inside one of those zones. We're not the cosmic explorers we imagined ourselves to be. We're being observed. This explains something that has haunted astronomers for decades. The Fermi paradox asks a simple but profound question. If the universe is so vast and so old, why haven't we detected any alien civilizations? We've sent radio signals into space. We've listened with the most powerful telescopes ever built. We've searched for any sign of intelligent life, and we've heard nothing, just silence. But maybe the galaxy isn't empty. Maybe it's full of life, and every civilization that reaches a certain level of development gets placed behind one of these invisible walls, contained, studied, kept separate. The signal continued broadcasting for 72 hours. Then it transmitted one final sequence that has the world's top scientists working around the clock. A countdown. We don't know what it's counting down to. We don't know when it started. But the mathematics are clear. Whatever this is pointing toward, it's already in motion. And here's what makes my blood run cold. The countdown uses base 11 mathematics. Those 11 seconds of satellite failure, that wasn't random. It's a signature. Whoever built this barrier is making sure we understand this is intentional. Since the collision, more anomalies keep appearing. Voyager 1, now over 15 billion miles from Earth in actual interstellar space, has experienced 2 signal interruptions. Both lasted exactly 11 seconds. Both happened when the probe passed through regions with strange magnetic field fluctuations. Then, astronomers monitoring distant stars started noticing something that shouldn't be possible. Stars thousands of light years away began flickering in sequential patterns. Not random twinkling, deliberate sequences. Think about what that means. The light from those stars left them thousands of years ago, long before humans existed. Some of those stars might not even exist anymore. We're seeing ancient light, photons that have been traveling for millennia. Yet those patterns are arriving at Earth right now, precisely when we've developed the technology to recognize them as artificial. That requires either impossible prediction or the ability to manipulate time itself. 3 I/ATLAS couldn't have been random chance. This comet traveled for potentially millions of years through the vast emptiness between stars, and just happened to hit our barrier at this exact moment in human history. Right when we've developed nuclear weapons, artificial intelligence, and quantum computers, when we're on the verge of editing our own DNA and merging with our technology, the timing is too perfect. Some researchers believe 3I/ATLAS was actually a probe sent by another trapped civilization, testing to see if these barriers are still active. If that's true, it means we're not alone in our cage. There are others out there behind similar walls, trying to reach out, trying to make contact. And that collision might have been a cosmic alarm bell, announcing that something has penetrated the perimeter. There's a concept in astrobiology called the Great Filter. The idea that somewhere between simple microbial life and galaxy-spanning civilizations, there exists a barrier that most species never pass. Maybe it's nuclear war. Maybe it's climate collapse. Maybe it's artificial intelligence going wrong. But what if the filter isn't a natural catastrophe at all? What if every time a civilization reaches a certain threshold of development, these barriers activate? Not to protect us, but to contain us. Look at where humanity is right now. We're approaching multiple technological breakthroughs simultaneously. AI systems grow more sophisticated by the month. We're rewriting the genetic code of living organisms. We're building quantum computers that can perform calculations previously thought impossible. We're no longer purely biological beings. We're becoming something hybrid, something new. Maybe that's the trigger point. Maybe when a species starts transcending its biological origins, that's when the Watchers respond. Nobody knows what happens when the countdown reaches 0. The signal doesn't reveal it. Our models can't predict it. We're analyzing every piece of data, but ultimately we're guessing. Is it an invitation? Will the barrier open and welcome us to join whatever exists beyond? Or is it something darker, a final containment protocol, erasing anything that becomes too advanced to control? After 4.5 billion years of Earth's history, after 300,000 years of human existence, why is this happening now? Maybe our technological development has finally crossed some invisible threshold. Maybe the collision genuinely was an accident, and 3I/ATLAS just happened to be the unlucky object that revealed what's been surrounding us all along. Either way, the barrier is real. That strange, impossible light is real. The countdown is running. And whatever comes next, humanity is about to discover whether we're alone in the universe or trapped in something far more complex than we ever imagined. Here's what we know for certain. On October 17th, 3I/ATLAS hit an invisible barrier and began emitting light that science cannot explain. 3 gravitational observatories confirmed it. NASA detected it. The data is real. Whether this barrier protects us or contains us, one thing is clear. We are not alone. The countdown is running. We don't know what happens at 0, but something is coming. This isn't about fear. This is about awareness. We now have evidence that our place in the universe is far more complex than we imagined. I need your help. Comment below. Are we being protected or imprisoned? What do you think that light really is? Your perspective matters. If you want updates as this develops, do these 3 things. First, hit that like button. Second, subscribe to Galactic Breaking News and smash that notification bell so you never miss an update. We're tracking every new piece of data coming in. Third, check out our next video on what Voyager 1 is detecting right now at the solar system's edge. The barrier is real, the countdown is ticking, and whatever happens next, we face it together. See you in the next one.